Good afternoon. How's everybody doing from YouTube? Hope you're all doing okay. I'm doing great. As far as my status is concerned, my health is getting a lot better. I recently got sick 2 days ago, to be exact. um, I was at work and I started getting a fever and I started getting chills. I was sweating. I turned on the truck and turned on the aircon. I started sweating a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, am I getting sick again? But then I noticed a very, very sharp, like an edge, like the steel edge of a piece of metal breaking through glass. That's how it felt like. Well, it was towards my lower femur, towards the foot area. So I felt the pain. So I pretty much looked at the bottom, and then I ended up. Well, I really don't want to show you. It looks kind of gross. I got bit by a spider. I managed to kill it. I managed to put it inside of an envelope, and it turned out to be a poisonous spider, not life-threatening, but enough to give you fever and chills. I can't believe that I even had spiders inside this brand new truck, and I got bitten in lower femur area. So my leg kind of got swollen up, especially the femur area. But I'm doing better now. Doing better. My leg is still swelling up, but I am doing better. I feel better. I don't feel any fever or chills anymore. I went to the doctor's office. I got some antibiotics and a lot of pills. Good afternoon, YouTube. Dave here. We're coming up to the ranch and inspecting the damage pretty much done by the last storm that we had. And as you can see, we've already picked up the damaged cotton. This has been ruined already. It's pretty much a total loss, but that's sometimes a risk that we have to take as farmers. Sometimes you get a good profit, sometimes you don't. And in this particular case, well, we, as you can see, we lost all the cotton. But they'll be next year again. A couple of months from now, we'll be able to plant some more cotton. Oh, we're fine. We'll survive. We should be able to survive, I hope. I don't see a problem with not surviving, but still. I'm out here checking the farm. On this side, we got beautiful oranges. Oranges and grapefruit. On this side, we had cotton, but that's a thing in the past. But update. Yesterday I had a slight problem with GoPro. And I made a video on it already. There's 2 videos posted on YouTube already. And the update that I have is that I called them up today and I asked them very nicely, without losing my temper, without being rude or disrespectful or anything. I spoke with the young lady that answered the phone, and I told her, ma'am, I am a disgruntled customer who no longer wishes to deal or do any type of business with GoPro. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming anybody else but myself for even thinking that I could trust a company like this one. This company has done nothing but steal from me. So, since I had turned in a defective camera because it got wet, and it's not supposed to, these cameras are not supposed to get wet, it's very obvious that when the door is not secure, you can see it very obvious on the GoPro Hero 8. You can see when it's obviously not secure. So I know my camera was secure when I put it in the water, especially 4 feet of water. Therefore, giving me in thinking this camera was never waterproof since the beginning, or it was a defective camera. But I'm not gonna fight about it. I don't want to get it replaced anymore. I want you to return my old GoPro, my GoPro Hero 8, the one that's damaged, and return the money that I sent you, because apparently it was $79 plus the taxes. It came out to $122. So I want you to return that money and return my camera. I no longer want to replace it, and I need for you to return 4 years of me giving monthly payments to maintain an insurance that you were never ever gonna promise us. So that insurance was a fraud by itself. I need for you to return the 4 years that I paid you for GoPro insurance, and that's it. And I leave quietly, and I will no longer do business with GoPro ever again. And they said, no, we are keeping your money. We are going to keep your defective camera. And when your camera comes in, the replacement, they will send it to you. We do not have a policy of returning your money or your defective camera. So, based on the fact that what she told me was tape recorded, and I also tape recorded her, and I made her aware, ma'am, you know that you're being tape recorded, okay? I know you're tape recording me, but I'm also tape recording you. What you have just said, and you have just admitted to a felony theft. Here in the state of Texas, if I want my product back, my defective camera, I want it back, and a refund, and no longer do business with you people, you have to comply. Because if you don't comply, that constitutes theft. That's a felony, especially involving interstate. The fact that it went from Texas to California, and your intentions were to deceive me, because that's what you did. You deceived me by saying, yes, I have GoPros available. Send me the $122 and your defective camera, and I will turn around and send you a brand new one, so you'll have it within 2 weeks. Now you're saying that they're on back order. So that is your excuse to prolong the order, giving me the indication that this whole thing was a scam. So you are therefore been notified that you have committed a felony under the state of Texas, and Texas law enforcement will forward this information to the California State Police, where it'll be up to them to enforce the laws that the state of Texas has bestowed upon them. So we start from here, and then after After the criminal part is done, then I'll come at you civilly. I'm gonna sue you for liability damages and for making me waste my time trying to get my property back. You seem to be very reputable, a company with much reputation. You didn't need this type of problems. You should have complied with me and sent me my old camera back and refund my money, because you're not dealing with an ordinary Joe Blow. You're dealing with a police officer. You're dealing with somebody who's involved in law enforcement, who's done this in the past, who's practiced this stuff in the past. What you just did was unlawful. You committed theft, and that's not gonna be permitted.